Chabad, please join us. Welcome to this week's Torah lesson. This week's Torah portion is Parsha's Teitzei. The question of the week is, why can't a Jew disconnect from God? So in this week's Torah portion, Parsha's Teitzei, the Torah begins, Teitzei la milchama alevecha, when you go out to war on your enemy. So the Rebbe asks a simple question, why does it Teitzei when you go out? Just say Teitzei when you're going to go. Halicha, you're going to war. What does it mean Teitzei, you're leaving? So the Rebbe explains that there's the physical war, but there's a spiritual war, referring to every single one of us that we originally were in heaven with God, our godly soul, and our godly soul left our original place where we were one with God. We came down to this physical world where God is concealed, and Teitzei, we're leaving our oneness with God, and we're coming out into this world, and the reason is because God wanted to have a dwelling place down in this world, and He gave us a mission to transform ourselves, to work with the animal soul, to practice Hiskafia, restraint, Hishapcha, transformation. And when we succeed, that causes tremendous pleasure in God. Now, even though we left, so to speak, that oneness with God, and we're in this world, because God wants us to engage in the world, but nevertheless, we never disconnected from God. And as we see later on in this week's Torah portion, where Bilam, where it refers to when Bilam wanted to curse the Jewish people, and he had real reasons, real complaints against the Jewish people. We did sins, and we're humans, we do sins. So what does the Torah say? Very profound verse. That God, our God, would not even listen to Bilam. He wouldn't even listen to him. Why wouldn't he listen to Bilam? Because our connection with God is not like two pieces to a puzzle or two parts of one complete thing. But we are really one with God. And because we're one with God, therefore, even though we do sin, we still remain connected to God on the deepest levels. So to answer the question, why can a Jew ever just get disconnected from God? Because we are one with God. It's not like we're two parts that are separated and therefore we can get disconnected. We are one in our essence. This week's Torah lesson is dedicated to the memory of Baruch ben Aryeh Leib, Shlomo ben Yosef, and Rachel bas Lipa. May their souls be elevated by the Torah we're studying in their memory. For more information, please see our website, chabadswf.org. Thanks so much for joining us for our weekly Torah lesson.